Secretary General of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, who will deliver opening remarks. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Walters.
Good morning. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you all for joining us on what is a very special occasion. I will go right into my remarks. First, I want to say welcome to all honorable ministers and commissioners of tourism, directors of tourism, permanent secretaries, tourism officers and representatives from CTO member countries, and representatives of CTO allied and affiliate members. And also, I want to welcome our esteemed judges for the Sustainable Tourism Awards, the applicants to the awards, members of the media, and our virtual audience. I'm honored to welcome you all to this virtual function to recognize the applicants and celebrate the winners of the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards 2022. The Caribbean Tourism Organization introduced the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards in the year 2000 at the start of the new millennium, responding to the international mandates and market demands for higher consideration of environmental and socio-cultural components in tourism development. In seeking to support and further advance the sustainable development of tourism in the Caribbean, the awards are aimed at identifying and showcasing sustainable tourism good practices undertaken in CTO member countries in the region, and provide a platform to acknowledge and promote the efforts made by the regional tourism sector. The awards recognize individuals, groups, organizations, or companies in any of the CTO member countries which have developed innovative tourism-related products, services, or experiences, and in implementing these initiatives adhere to responsible and sustainable tourism practices. These initiatives should also help to enhance the country's tourism product offerings and contribute to sustainable and inclusive growth. Importantly, the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards endeavor to continue showcasing initiatives that enhance the Caribbean's tourism value proposition, while positioning the region as the ultimate sustainable tourism zone. The CTO has defined sustainable tourism in the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Policy Framework document as the optimal use of natural, cultural, social, and financial resources for national development on an equitable and self-sustaining basis to provide a unique visitor experience and an improved quality of life through partnerships among government, the private sector, and communities. In promoting this concept, the 2022 Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards feature the following 5 categories: Excellence in Sustainable Tourism Award, Destination Stewardship and Resilience Award, Community-Based Tourism Award, Tourism Education and Training Award, and the Health and Safety Award. As we gather to announce the results of the 2022 Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards, I would like to thank our esteemed panel of judges, a cadre of regional and international tourism development specialists, academics, tourism practitioners, and regional consultants. And namely, we start with from the University of the West Indies, Dr. Sherma Roberts and Akola Lewis Cameron, as well as Mrs. Tanisha Brown Williams, and from the Caribbean Caribbean Hotels, and Tourism Association, the CHTA, Mr. Frank Comito. From the Organization of American States, Mr. Richard Campbell. From the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission, the OECS, Ms. Maria Fowell. Regional expert consultants, Ms. Norma Shorey, Ms. Joan Leacock, Mr. Brian Frontin, and Mr. Kennedy Pemberton. And lastly, from the CTO, Miss Sharon Banfield Bovell, Mrs. Marville Seeley, and Miss Amanda Charles. We thank you for contributing your time and expertise to this process. In the past few years, we have seen the debilitating impact of the COVID-19 pandemic since it began in the Caribbean during the first quarter of 2020. We are pleased that after almost 3 years of slow tourism performance brought on by the pandemic, many destinations and businesses have been able to rebound. Most notably, we applaud the efforts of the sector to introduce new and innovative tourism products and services, as well as marketing and training initiatives, which contributed to a safe and speedy resumption of tourism activity. This remains a testament to the adaptability and the resilience of the regional tourism sector. In this regard, we wish to thank all 27 applicants that submitted entries for the 2022 Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Award. And we want to make it very clear here that in doing so, you are all winners. CTO espouses an approach to Caribbean tourism united under the One Caribbean brand, One Sea, One Voice, One Caribbean. At the core of all CTO's efforts is the need to champion sustainable and responsible tourism development in the Caribbean towards a viable, resilient, and high-quality tourism sector. This requires careful consideration of tourism's impact on the local community that our residents live in, and thus support the tourism economy in our many destinations with equal care and attention to promote conservation and responsible use for our valuable yet fragile natural resources, cultural and heritage assets. The Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards continue to be a vital part of CTO's efforts to recognize sustainability champions in Caribbean tourism. Once again, welcome all and commendations to all the award applicants and congratulations to all winners. I thank you. Back to you, Amanda.
Thank you very much, Mr. Walters. Thanks for gracing us with your presence this morning and for these excellent words of welcome. So with that, we now head into the actual announcement of the results and the winners. And we will begin with the Destination Stewardship and Resilience Award. So tourism destinations or businesses in this category were required to illustrate how they have pivoted to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic and other crises and disasters indicative of new initiatives, strategies, and/or tourism products, services, or experiences they may have developed to support resilience and recovery. Entities should also demonstrate how they were making solid strides towards sustainable tourism management through ongoing and integrated initiatives to prepare for, mitigate, respond to, and recover from crises and disasters. The judges in this award category, Mr. Richard Campbell from the OAS, Mrs. Maria Fowell from the OECS Commission, and Ms. Sharon Banfield of the CTO. We received 5 entries from the Bahamas Ministry, one entry from the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation. From Jamaica, Chukka Caribbean Adventures. Also from Jamaica, the Jamaica Tourist Board. From the St. Lucia Tourism Authority and the St. Kitts Tourism Authority. And now for the results. In first place, we have the Jamaica Tourist Board with their initiative Jam COVID and the Jamaica Cares program. Well, the first runner-up. The second runner-up, the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, and notable initiatives were teaching the global press key Creole phrases and incorporating the national Madras fabric into trade shows and staff uniforms. And honorable mentions in this award category, well, honorable mention, the St. Kitts Tourism Authority with its notable destination campaign, beach cleanups, and the annual Green Camp themed this year, protecting our people, plants, and planet. The winner in this year's, well, the 2022 Destination Stewardship and Resilience Award category, the Bahamas Destination Stewardship Council's initiative, an initiative of the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation. So congratulations. And it is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Janelle Campbell, who is the manager of the Sustainability Department in the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation, and she will deliver a presentation on their winning initiative. Thank you, welcome, and congrats, Janelle.
Thank you so much. Let me make sure if everyone can see my screen. And you're seeing the screen properly?
We are, yes.
Okay, so good morning. It is my pleasure to present on behalf of the Bahamas Destination Stewardship Initiative. It has been an exciting journey for the Ministry of Tourism to witness the benefits being experienced and community initiatives that are being developed as a result of this program. So the Bahamas Destination Stewardship Initiative set out to create stewardship councils, which strengthen the mechanisms for tourism growth through partnership with the community, public and private sectors, while deepening stakeholders' understanding and appreciation of sustainability, create opportunities around cultural authenticity, heritage preservation, and environmental management, and to prepare councils to take concrete actions to promote community tourism growth. Realizing COVID-19 tourism stoppage hit local communities especially hard, the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism and Aviation quickly partnered with the Global Sustainable Tourism Council in June 2020 to launch an initiative providing structural support, training, and seed funding to the newly established Destination Stewardship Councils, formed utilizing the GSTC destination criteria. By instituting community-led planning and management in compliance with the GSTC destination criteria, the local communities are employing inclusive and result-based improvements to sustainable tourism planning to enable participating communities buy-in and self-determination for rebuilding tourism on their terms, as well as bolstering resilience to future shocks, including regular changes in government. So during the first 2 years of the program, each council engaged in a planning session to identify the most urgent and important priorities for their community, allowing for the development of action plans to address their community's strategic priorities, focused on developing partnerships for sustainable waste management, protecting and interpreting cultural sites and assets, and enhancing safety and security by installing solar streetlights. Some of the councils have successfully secured grant funding and partnerships with international NGOs for execution of their projects, such as a grant funding for marine and land debris cleanup for one council being displayed on the slide today. So some of the councils became legal entities by forming as either an NGO or a cooperative society, and establishing the councils as legal entities will allow the organizations to set up bank accounts and raise money to support their sustainable tourism initiatives for future success. Organizational management system will and have instilled council's transparency and accountability, including stewardship of financial resources and instituting a regular reporting mechanism. So these councils have also developed organizational branding with their logo creation, two seen on the slide, as well as communication channels, and develop electronic collaterals for awareness creation. Councils are also involved in heritage site assessments and have formed partnerships with local heritage organizations to assist with maintenance and upgrade of key sites within their destinations. So we started this initiative with 5 destinations. We have now expanded to 10 destinations. Each participating destinations are receiving support from the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism in the form of capacity building, serving as a resource for councils, helping to identify opportunities for cross-community collaboration, and convening councils for regular good practices and sharing. Tourism also convenes a biannual conclave where the councils meet to present their progress, including achievements and challenges, as well as share good practices and lessons learned. So to conclude, I will leave you with a few words from 2 of our council chairs on their experiences thus far.
And this council is something I hold dear to my heart based on the fact of what it's all about. It's about our heritage. It's about our environment. It's about people connecting to make a difference within their island. Can you imagine when we have more things, especially culturally, our heritage sites, how our environment looks? We have lights on the road where people feel safe, how much the impact will touch everybody's lives. It's an amazing initiative, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Sustainability is everybody's business. And although we are the Bryland Sustainability Tourism Council, I want everybody on Bryland to be a part of being aware of understanding the surroundings, knowing what can cause harm, what needs to be preserved, and just understanding that it is our way of life that's being threatened if we do not take these things seriously. So the whole idea is to get persons to really get on board. The smallest little bit helps. We're pretty much focused on trash management, recycling, various campaigns for our sustainable culture. We're looking at identifying historical sites on the island, making sure that they are cleaned and they're accessible so that they can actually be featured not only for visitors, but also for locals, for schools, so persons can actually go in and understand exactly what it is we do have. And then obviously education for everybody, just to make sure that we are getting the message out there as to why this council actually exists, ensuring that we sustain ourselves for future generations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Campbell. And again, congratulations to the Ministry of Tourism of the Bahamas, the winner of the Destination Stewardship and Resilience Award category. And now we move to the second award that we will feature this morning, Community-Based Tourism. For this award, a tourism enterprise, community, or an entire country was required to demonstrate how it manages tourism well for the long-term benefit of the destination and local people, as well as visitors. Initiatives should also demonstrate programs designed to improve community consultation, leadership, and engagement in tourism, initiatives to address social and community issues, also to foster economic linkages, preserve and promote the local culture and heritage. Destinations and businesses could also have indicated how they have integrated technological solutions and or information communication technologies, ICTs, and illustrate innovative marketing and or market engagement initiatives. Our distinguished judges for this category, Mrs. Tanisha Brown Williams of the University of the West Indies, and 2 regional and international tourism development consultants, Mr. Brian Frontin and Mr. Kennedy Pemberton. We received 9 entries for this award category, the most of any of the award categories. And I will proceed now to announce the results in terms of the top 3, including the winner of this award category. So the 9 entries: Humble and Free Wadadli from Antigua and Barbuda, Sierra Del Mar from Belize, Discover Dominica Authority for Mango Garden Cottages, also from Dominica, the Sufria Guest House, from Guyana, an entry from the Guyana Tourism Authority, from Jamaica, Chukka Caribbean Adventures, from St. Lucia, the Sufria Regional Development Foundation, Y Farm from Trinidad and Tobago, and Native Radiance from St. Kitts and Nevis. The first runner-up in this award category, community-based tourism, the Sufria Regional Development Foundation from St. Lucia. Congratulations. The second runner-up, submitted by the Discover Dominica Authority, Mango Garden Cottages. And now for the winner. The winning entry, the winner of the Community-Based Tourism Award category is Y Farm of Trinidad and Tobago Limited. Congratulations, and I am pleased to introduce Mr. Alpha Sanon, who is the founder and executive director of Y Farm, and he will be accompanied by Ms. Giselle Singh, the Grand Proposal Officer and Administrative Lead, and they will deliver a presentation on their winning initiative. So welcome, representatives from Y Farm. Congrats again, and over to you both.
Thank you so much. We feel so honored and so happy to be coming from such a small village in Trinidad and Tobago and to receive this honor. We're truly elated. So we're going to jump right into our presentation.
Welcome to the cradle of Caribbean civilization.
Doing a song check to make sure everyone is hearing and seeing.
Yes,
all good, all good.
Welcome to the cradle of Caribbean civilization. Travel through history to encounter the Caribbean's oldest citizen at his final resting place, the Banwari site in the culturally rich village of Siparia. Siparia is home to breathtaking, lush, green, undulating, organic spaces that tantalize the senses. Here, you'll be able to unwind, to learn about Mother Nature. The village's activity hubs pay tribute to its musical legacy, which includes para, steel pan, and traditional art forms, allowing visitors to trace our music and culture through time. Come sample the local foods, including doubles, inspired by our indentured forefathers who came and settled in this breathtaking village. Take guided tours through our agricultural fields and learn how we grow healthy crops to nourish our people and you, our honored guests. Be amazed at the extensive variety of native birds flourishing in their natural environment. we invite you to spend time with our villagers and learn about our art and craft, how we create our chulas. Give new life to waste, providing opportunities for our youth and our women. Kusume, an amalgamation of it all. Perhaps you will meet our local superhero, protector of our environment, our soil, our food crops, and more. Agriman, come home to where island life began. Siparia.
So Kusume, an amalgamation or coming together of it all. Our work at the Siparia Kusume Group is fundamentally based on this community-centered approach and the sharing of resources in order to enhance the lives of our locals. Our main objectives include increased publicity for our locally made products, increased tourism and the creation of platforms to showcase our local talents, and heritage preservation and revenue generation, especially for our young people. In order to achieve these objectives, we have created economic circles that foster interdependence between local businesses, engage in community trade, and at YFARM stands for We Help Youth Farm. We provide distribution services for rural farmers with limited access to wider markets. This in turn results in social and economic benefits to our locals. At YFARM, we have the Agripreneur Incubator Design Lab, which provides agripreneurship training and agro-processing facilities. And at PAL Let's Build It Upcycling Hub, we employ many of our community youth to work in upcycling. So we also have the Daisy Voze Hub, which is a popular hub in Siparia, where local community entrepreneurs sell food and beverages.
In Siparia, we are really big on heritage preservation. One such example I will give is the creation of a chocolate bar that was not just a dark chocolate bar, but we allowed it to preserve our heritage by asking community members to name our chocolate bar after one of our icons in Siparia. The name that was selected was called Daisy Darling, after the parent queen of the world, Daisy Voze. So on this chocolate bar, not only do you get a great taste of real chocolate, but you also get information about Daisy Voze, her legacy, her heritage, her music, where she comes from, so that children could identify with such icons in the community. We also promote a great sense of authenticity within Siparia. One such thing is the last train stop at the Siparia Deltone Spaniard, which is now a heritage site, or we are moving towards calling it a heritage site, I should say. And right there is where Siparia Deltones performs, as well as where the PAL Let's Build It factory operates as well. And of course, we must mention, you know, the creation of our superhero character, the one and only Agriman Adventures, where we created Agriman and photosynthesis that born right in Siparia. So children would visit our farm. Many people would conduct tours on our farm to visit and learn more about the amazing adventures of Agriman. We create an important sense of sustainable livelihoods for vulnerable groups. So via our Agripreneur Incubator Design Lab, a lot of women and youth are trained. We created many different manufactured products, such as the candy, spices, the pimento powder, which is run by women. Also our Dash in Your Doorstep market, fresh produce delivery, created within the pandemic, as well as a response to elderly persons getting fresh produce on time. It was also run by women. Also the PAL Let's Build It in Siparia, as well as also that's a whole craft department using upcycle material from pallets to create all sorts of items, is run by women as well. We Code Caribbean is based in Siparia, is a female-led NGO that introduces different types of coding and different things to young people, is also led by women as well in Siparia. You know, and of course we have many community events such as the Siparimai, which creates a sense of authority and a sense of authenticity in Siparia. during the Holy Thursday and Good Friday, which is within the Easter period, where market vendors come out, craft persons come out and sell their produce. Hundreds of persons flock the streets of Siparia. Of course, the Kusume Festival, which is our local festival, which is held in Siparia, Delta, Spaniard as well. You know, you can imagine hundreds of people coming out and sitting on pallet furniture that is built by the young people and women of Siparia. You know, it brings together a sense of heritage, restoration, and preservation through music, food, and art and culture, all displayed on one stage in Siparia. Also, the Kusume Family Market as well, a very similar initiative as well that happens right in Siparia on a very regular basis. The La Divina Pastora, also known as Siparimai, hundreds and thousands of people of the Hindu community flocks the street of Siparia to actually visit the statue. And the name means Mother of Siparia in Hindi, and she's well known for many miracles and healings and prayers. So this attracts many people to visit Siparia within the Siparimai time. So, you know, last but not least, many of you should know that right now the greatest show on earth is happening in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, none other than Carnival. And, you know, we were fortunate this year to be partnering with Marshall Montano via the Deltones Institute of Steel Drums and Music, another partner on this project. And, you know, in collaboration with the deceased Hugh Masakela that visited Siparia many years ago and said, you know, he wants to work with us at the last train stop at Siparia Delton Spaniard. And this year we were able to launch the song called The Meeting Place, which is Siparia. So, you know, you can listen to a little bit of it here right now. And this song is blowing up the airwaves, and we are taking this project from Siparia to Soweto, from Lagos to Trinidad and Tobago. So meet us down there. Thank you very much.
Really excellent, really excellent. Thank you so much, and congratulations to YFAM and the amazing work that they're doing in the Siparia community of Trinidad and Tobago. Congrats again. We move now to another category, Tourism, Education, and Training Award. This award recognizes efforts contributing to tourism workforce development. Destinations and businesses were required to illustrate new and innovative tourism, education, training, and/or awareness programs developed and implemented to support capacity building, enhance the skills and competencies, also to increase the knowledge and awareness of tourism workers, visitors, and/or community members. Additionally, applicants were also required to illustrate how they may have integrated technological solutions and/or ICTs in training delivery. I would like to thank our judging panel for this award category, Dr. Akola Lewis Cameron from the University of the West Indies, Miss Norma Shorey, who is a management consultant and also human resource development consultant, Miss Joan Leacock, tourism trainer and business development consultant, and Miss Sharon Banfield, Director of Resource Mobilization and Development at the CTO. We received 5 entries for this award category. Firstly, from Guyana, the Guyana Tourism Authority Training Initiative. From Jamaica, Chukka Caribbean Adventures. Also from Jamaica, an entry from the Jamaica Tourism Product Company. From Dominica, Wild Dominique, and from Barbados, the United Nations Development Program, Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean. And now for the results. The first runner-up, the Jamaica Tourism Product Development Company, highlighting the amazing training programs over the COVID-19 pandemic. The second runner-up, Guyana Tourism Authority, ongoing training program. And now for the winner. Interestingly, for the tourism, education, and training category, there were two winners. It was a tie, and the winners had the same cumulative score. I'm very pleased to announce the winners in this category are the United Nations Development Program, Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean. They're winning entry on the Business Adaptation Program of the Future Tourism Project. And Wild Dominique, a small NGO in Dominica who presented their biodiversity and conservation in tourism training course and a pioneering Friend of Conservation certification. Congratulations to the winners. And I am pleased to introduce Mr. Miguel Guiaro, Project Coordinator, UNDP, Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, to deliver a presentation on their winning entry. Welcome, congrats, and over to you, Miguel.
Thank you, Amanda. Good morning to everyone. I would like to start by congratulating fellow nominees and awardees. The work you are doing for the tourism in the region is truly remarkable. On behalf of UNDP, I would also like to thank the Caribbean Tourism Organization, CTO, for organizing these very important awards, more relevant now than ever, recognizing the hard work of so many people at a time when tourism has been so badly affected by the pandemic. For those not familiar with UNDP, we are the United Nations Development Program and work to support countries during crisis, but also in eradicating poverty and achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. The Business Adaptation Program from the UNDP Future Tourism Project was the COVID response to tourism sector with heavy focus on supporting MSMEs. The program was conceptualized to provide these businesses with the skills to adapt to the new post-COVID environment, building the resilience to external shocks and improving the MSME's ability to respond to the needs of new and emerging markets. Through continuous learning, MSMEs were able to enhance their skills in key areas such as digital technologies, financial planning, and marketing. The program, which also had technical assistance, one-to-one mentoring sessions, and grants to assist people in going digital and achieving ambitious business improvement plans, has benefited now more than 400 MSMEs in the Caribbean, with more than 75% of the beneficiaries being female-owned MSMEs. But I think better than me talking about this program, it's better that you hear from some of the beneficiaries themselves. So we have prepared a video for you. However, please, before I play the video, I would like to thank the Caribbean Development Bank, the CTB, for co-financing this program with UNDP, but also the UB Open Campus and Frankfurt School of Finance and Management teams, our amazing program facilitator and mentors, the UNDP team behind this project, and of course the governments and the beneficiaries themselves for trusting in UNDP. So I'm going to play the video now.
The United Nations Development Program, UNDP, is rethinking tourism and MSMEs in times of COVID-19. The empowerment of MSMEs is vital to the region's survival, as they account for almost 85% of Caribbean businesses and have been severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Under UNDP's Future Tourism Business Adaptation Program, over 300 MSMEs across the Caribbean have improved and accelerated their businesses in the post-COVID world.
My name is Mali Martelli. I am the owner of Kokoi Organics. I make what I would like to call wearable art.
My name is Sylvester Ade Labu Clark. Ade Labu, that's the name I adopted from the Yoruba tribe. And Ade Labu, I use that name for the name of business also.
MSME name is the Ready Goods and Services. And for details about our business, what we do, basically we process locally grown produce, vegetables, and we've been learning how to process them in a way that they are sustainable. The challenges we face during COVID, we had some challenges is accessing our clients. At one point we needed permits to be out and about. We lost money, lots of it.
The pandemic was very difficult for me when it comes to sales. The business completely stopped from the time the lockdown started.
The COVID-19 pandemic has affected me terribly. Over the last couple of years, there's not much thing I couldn't really sell anything much.
The business adaptation program helped my day-to-day activities, where I learned a whole lot more on my marketing skills and how to really expand my reach. It has saved me money as well.
I am now digitized. I have an online presence. I didn't before. It has also helped me to get more professional equipment, which not only speeds up production, but also enhances the finish. So I am more able to meet a larger scale production to meet international demands.
The program have helped me with using social media, show me how to use Canva, show me how to use QR code. That QR code is fantastic.
Having the skills that I create my own ads, my own flyers, my own business, it expanded my current skills. And it was an exciting project, exciting program, meeting different people with those vast skills. I was most excited about the marketing guy, Sheldon. He gave it a flair.
What I enjoyed the most about the program was the marketing aspects. And I also learned a lot about how to do certain things myself, like QR code and simple, like using Canva and those type of things that I didn't know before.
Right now, I am doing my Adobe graphics, and so I can create my logos and to make the flyer look impactful.
The most impactful part of the program is showing us how to use social media.
Since we received the funding, we are getting more and more. We're getting noticed, and I have been able to utilize a lot from the training.
My advice to other MSMEs in the Caribbean is to not give up. It doesn't happen in a day, and to have a proper business plan or directions where you want to take your business. I highly recommend this program to other businesses in the Caribbean. For me, it has helped me to take my business to a totally different level. And I have also learned so much that I didn't know before. So thank you very much.
While the COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated inequality, it has also created opportunities for businesses to build the capacity and resilience required to withstand external shock. And UNDP was pleased to support them in this journey.
Congratulations to Miguel and the team at the UNDP. Once again, winner of the Tourism Education and Training Award. And I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Miss Jacqueline Andre, Forest Officer, Forestry, Wildlife and Parks Division of Dominica, representing Wild Dominique, who will present on their training course and the pioneering Friend of Conservation certification.
We'll actually understand it.
Over to you, Jacqueline.
Good day. My name is Jacqueline Andre, and I'm a forest officer heading the National Parks Unit of the Forestry, Wildlife and Parks Division in Dominica. We partner with Wild Dominique and the Discover Dominica on the Friend of Conservation Tourism Initiative. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, and also hearing you clearly.
Okay. But I can't move my, sorry, I don't know what happened, but I'm not moving. Oh, shit. Yvonne Hill is also the director, so I don't know if she'll be able to help me to move. Sorry about that. It's just not moving at all. Okay, yes, sorry. It has long been known that Dominica's pristine forests, national parks, and unique biological and geological diversity have landed her the title of Nature Island of the Caribbean. In Dominica, nature forms the essence of all our livelihoods and has played the largest role in the shaping our rich cultural heritage. Oh, Jesus. Our natural resources and the subsequent tourism industry has developed around it have allowed Dominica to stand out from the rest of the Caribbean region, from staying at world-class eco-resorts to year-round whale watching, to the region's first natural UNESCO World Heritage Site, to hiking the longest trail in the Eastern Caribbean and beyond. However, many do not see are the decades of conservation efforts that have protected these unique resources to allow us to thrive and benefit. Now, more than ever, in the face of the multitude of global challenges, conservation needs to be at the forefront of our efforts, especially in tourism, where the industry's success depends on it. Conservation forms the foundation of Dominican society and is essential to maintaining heritage and Dominican authenticity, providing opportunities for local communities and educating locals and visitors alike on sustainability. In recognizing this, the conservation and tourism sectors in Dominica came together to chart a way forward for conservation tourism initiatives that enhance Dominican understanding of the island's biological and geological diversity, while redefining livelihoods to be centered around biodiversity-friendly practices for environmental, economic, social, and health benefits. At the heart of the island's ecotourism industry are the tour guides that bridge the conservation and tourism worlds. While there are many training programs offered to guides and tour operators on customer service and branding, few allow them to realize and capitalize on their authentic role as environmental interpreters and stewards of our heritage. Identifying the knowledge and skills gap that existed while Dominic and other partners embarked on a journey to create a program that provides the ultimate tourist nature experience and maximize the benefits derived from tour guides and conservation. The purpose of the Friend of Conservation program is to empower tour guides who actively contribute to the Nature Island product by working hand in hand with the environmental and tourism sectors to develop beneficial tools to enhance their tours. The guides who are initiated into the program will receive the Friend of Conservation stamp. That's a medal ranking awarded depending on the length of the engagement in the program and given at a ceremony. This is a prestigious marking tool that aims to enhance the tour guide's brand and attract further economic growth. Tour guides previously did not have a platform to proudly advertise the authenticity of their nature-centered product. However, as a response to their concerns, guides who receive the stamp will be listed on Wild Dominic and DDA's Discover Dominica website and will be marketed further to provide them with additional opportunities in the tourism sector. The initiative, designed with the input of the tour guides, can be broken down into 3 parts. 1, training in biodiversity and conservation, and in tourism and environmental interpretation. Tour guides who are certified under Dominica's Nature Island Standards, Excellence, NICE, participate in a training course that further develops the understanding of the island's flora and fauna, the threats faced and the conservation actions being implemented, how to sustainably enhance Dominica's nature product while minimizing impact, and how to successfully interpret the environment through the translation of technical information into everyday language to enhance the visitor's experience and understanding of sustainable tourism efforts. 2, guides are then actively engaged in community science, whereby they showcase their commitment to sustainability through the cleaning of sites and assisting with the mapping of Dominica's fauna and flora while on the trails by recording fauna and flora sightings directly into our database through a secure app. This information is then filtered into easy to interpret field guides and other educational materials like interactive trail signage that are made available to the guides to enhance their knowledge and the knowledge of their visitors, completing the sustainable cycle. Guides then receive the Friend of Conservation stamp, which is ranked from bronze to platinum according to the guide's level of participation. It is one of the core desires of this program to inspire the guides to proudly, skillfully play an active role in the management of the resources that fuel the industry to drive excellence in what they do. By implementing the Friend of Conservation initiative, guides become equipped with the knowledge and skills to create a more sustainable tourism sector and understand better how to immerse visitors into the Nature Island product. It capitalizes on the pristine nature of Dominica, demonstrating the economic, social, and environmental benefits of protecting and not exploiting the natural resources. This biodiversity-friendly livelihood initiative encapsulates the teachings of conservation and sits within the heart of Nature Island. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing. Congratulations again to Wild Dominique.
Thank you.
Keep up the pioneering work. We move now to the Tourism Health and Safety Award category. Destinations and businesses applying for this award were required to demonstrate how they have developed new and/or innovative tourism products and services related to health and wellness, or have integrated health and safety protocols in their business or service. Applicants were also required to illustrate innovative training, communication, marketing, and/or market engagement initiatives, including how they may have integrated technology in their product, service, or experience. Our distinguished judging panel comprised of Ms. Joan Leacock, Mrs. Marvell Seeley of the CTO, and myself, Amanda Charles. This category was very interesting and a surprise given the recent health challenges and thus increased focus on tourism health and safety. However, we received only one entry for the Tourism Health and Safety Award category. I assure you that the approach to review and evaluate the submission by the applicant was rigorous and thorough, as done for all the other award categories where there were multiple entries. With that said, I am pleased to announce that Native Radiance, a spa and wellness facility located in Nevis, has been awarded special and honorable mention. While the focus of the award category, including the criteria, was health and safety, Native Radiance distinguished itself by offering a nature-based and personalized holistic approach to health and wellness. So we are therefore pleased to grant this special award in recognition of the innovation, passion, and creativity of the owner, Ms. Shobina Clark Prince. And I am now pleased to invite Ms. Clark to present on her initiative. Welcome, Ms. Clark. Congratulations. And
thank you.
I hand over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Quite clearly, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be able to share my business, and I'm about to begin. Okay, so as mentioned before, Native Radiance is a very small business that is located in the beautiful island of St. Kitts and Nevis, Queen City, Nevis to be exact. Native Radiance first began in 2019, where we began to export herbs to different parts of the world. In 2019, I also found out that I had a bacteria that was resistant to antibiotics. And because of this, I had excessive hair loss. Because of this hair loss, I tried many different products to regrow my hair, but nothing worked. So I said to myself in 2020, why not use the herbs that you are exporting and make a product that might actually work? And based on my research, I did. I used that product and it worked for myself, it worked for my friends and family, it worked for their friends and family. And from that, the brand Native Radiance that you have come to know and love was fully developed. There are many objectives that we try to solve, and healing the body using herbs is one of them. More than 80% of men, and 50% of women would experience some type of hair loss issues during their lifetime. 1 in 4 are impacted by skin disease, and fibroids affect up to 70% of women in reproductive childbearing age. And these are just a few of the issues that Native Radiance help to resolve. As mentioned before, our products are Ayurvedic in nature, meaning we use herbs, seeds,
sorry
oils.
to interrupt. We're not seeing the slides changing, if you would like that done.
Sure, no problem.
So would you like me to share the screen for you?
You can.
Okay.
You can.
Okay, sure, go ahead. Let me do so. Well, you need to stop sharing so I can do so on your behalf.
Okay.
One moment.
Slide 4. So as mentioned before, our products are Ayurvedic in nature, meaning we use herbs, seeds, oils, and butters to formulate our products. Next slide. So Native Radiance, we have twofold. We have Native Radiance, the product, and this is located at the Artisan Village. The Artisan Village is strategically located in an area that caters to tourists. Tourists can come there to purchase many things that are made by the people of Nevis. Next slide. At Native Radiance, we make hair growth products, hair and body butters, shampoos, conditioners, soaps, tinctures, and dermatological treatments. Next, we also make teas, sinus steamers, pain oils, rubs, infused honey, syrups, and jams. Then we have the Native Radiance Treatment Center. Next, at the Native Radiance Treatment Center, you can get a wide range of of products and services. So we offer scalp massaging, scalp exfoliation, hair steams, red light therapy, all using herbs and natural ingredients sourced right here in Nevis. Next. We have also, at the Native Radiance Treatment Center, we are able to rejuvenate your scalp, allowing you to regrow your hair. We also clean your scalp, and we have lots of innovative new technology that enables you to diagnose issues that you may have for your scalp. Next. At Native Radiance, we not only focus on business, but we also focus on empowering young minds. We continuously go out into the community to teach the youth so that they too would grow up to be able to start their own businesses, such as we did. Customer satisfaction is very important to us, and we have been making a very big impact on the society of St. Kitts Nevis and the entire world. One of the business strategies that we have done based on tourism is being able to lobby for change in government policies. Right now in St. Kitts and Nevis, there is an outbound ban on the shipping of liquid through the postal service. So what we are doing is we are lobbying with the government for businesses such as ours to be able to export our products. Right now, we have customers in France, in Africa, in Taiwan, in America, all around the world, and they are only able to ship via FedEx, which is super costly. So we are trying to lobby with the government so that we are able to send our products directly through the postal service. Thank you so much. And I know that your collection awaits our amazing products. You can find us at the Artisan Village. You can visit www.nativeradiance.com. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be able to present today.
Thank you. Congratulations, Mrs. Prince, on your successful spa and wellness facility.
Thank you.
So now, the Excellence in Sustainable Tourism Award, the most prestigious award category, and arguably the most important in each edition of the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards. For this award, this award recognizes a tourism product or initiative which contributes to a better quality of life in the destination and provides a unique visitor experience. Initiatives generally promote widespread adoption of good practices, engaging the local community, youth, vulnerable groups, visitors, and/or tourism workers. Destinations and businesses in this award category should illustrate how they may have integrated ICTs and also highlight any innovative marketing and/or market engagement initiatives. For this award category, Excellence in Sustainable Tourism, we had a panel of 3 judges: Dr. Shoma Roberts from the University of the West Indies, Mr. Frank Comito of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, and myself, Amanda Charles, of the Caribbean Tourism Organization. We received 7 entries, and I would like to state that I would like to congratulate all 7 applicants in this award category. It really is the highest honor, and I echo the sentiments of the Acting Secretary General in saying that you are all winners and have all been identified as regional best practices that we will continue to promote. So the 7 entries from Dominica, Rosalie Bay Eco Resort and Spa, as well as Citrus Creek Plantation. I would like to congratulate Discover Dominica Authority, I think Miss Marcy Gachette, I think, who was very proactive in identifying some key initiatives or key businesses within the destination that were doing innovative tourism initiatives. So congrats to Discover Dominica. And this is something we would like to encourage the various other tourism authorities and national hotel and tourism associations to support. From Guyana, the Guyana Tourism Authority, again, congratulations to GTA that submitted a total of 4 applications, both in terms of their own initiatives and that of well-established local businesses doing amazing work in the realm of sustainable tourism. And their entry for this award was Rewa Village. From Jamaica, we have the Bahia Principe Resort. Also from Jamaica, Rastafari Indigenous Village. Congratulations to the Ministry of Tourism, the Tourism Development Company, and the Tourism Authority of Jamaica for promoting the awards and encouraging their stakeholders to apply. From St. Kitts and Nevis, submitted by the Ministry of Tourism, our commendations and thanks. Sunset Reef Hotel, a relatively new accommodation facility in St. Kitts and Nevis. And from St. Lucia, congratulations to the St. Lucia Tourism Authority for submitting an entry on behalf of Jade Mountain Resort, St. Lucia. And now for the results. The first runner-up from Jamaica, the Rastafari Indigenous Village, which is a community cultural heritage and educational attraction located in Montego Bay. It was designed by and is owned and operated by a group of Rastafarians in Jamaica, and it is one of the most popular tourism attractions. So first runner-up, Rastafari Indigenous Village, congratulations. Second runner-up or second place, again, we had a tie. We have from Dominica, Rosalie Bay Eco Resort and Spa and Citrus Creek Plantation. So Rosalie Bay has developed a wellness program dubbed Rejuvenate, which integrates aspects of wellness, including body, mind, and soul. They also promote environmental conservation activities, including a turtle protection program and various efforts to support local livelihoods. Citrus Creek Plantation is a novel concept that have done amazing in terms of energy conservation. They are completely off-grid and they promote a shared ownership philosophy that also integrates community development. Honorable mentions in this category: Bahia Principe Resort, Jamaica. Rewa Village, submitted by the Guyana Tourism Authority, and Rewa is a small indigenous village that promotes or offers a community tourism product. And lastly, Sunset Reef Hotel in St. Kitts. And now for the winner of this most prestigious Excellence in Sustainable Tourism Award, Jade Mountain Resort, St. Lucia. Congratulations. And I now have the distinct pleasure to invite Mr. Carl Hunter, Property Manager for Anne's Chastenay and Jade Mountain Resorts, to deliver a presentation showcasing the iconic, multiple award-winning Jade Mountain Resort. And it would be remiss of me not to congratulate the St. Lucia Tourism Authority for being proactive in submitting this winning entry. So over to you, Mr. Hunter.
Amanda, thank you so much. And thanks to everybody, all the nominees, incredible. All the people who have been come to the top of the pile in their nominees, outstanding. Alpha, I'm on my way to your place. I gotta have some doubles with AgriMan. I love AgriMan. I need to find some of AgriMan's materials to share around. But terrific, learned a lot, and I hope to share a lot as well. We're deeply honored to receive this award and to be nominated for environmental excellence. So I'm gonna share my screen, share with you a little bit about what we have done to help us get this award and what we're committed to continue doing. So on our side, there we go. Okay, so we're Jade Mountain. We're also Anne Chasney Resort. We are owned and operated in the same land footprint by the same owners. But when Jade Mountain was being built, we faced two major challenges, which were almost project stopping challenges if we didn't find a way to overcome them. And our challenges were namely that our local water supply comes from the municipal town supply in Soufrière. But although we have an abundance of water, the infrastructure to move the water was very arcane and challenging. So for us to receive water from the town supply, we would literally have to disadvantage our community by having sections of the community shut off in order for us to receive water with pressure. And obviously this is an unacceptable situation. We can't have a world-class hotel and be sacrificing the water needs for the community that we serve and that we employ from. And then the second huge challenge is we had to have a way to preserve our nearshore environment from any pollution. So no runoff sources, and to mitigate all wastewater from ever seeing the sea was the second challenge that we looked at. So we're very small footprint hotels, but we operate within a 600-acre coastal rainforest estate. And so within that estate, we have this beautiful old valley called Ansmamim Valley that was occupied and initially back then by the French in 1712 for agriculture, mostly coffee and cotton. But later on in 1768, the families who were farming within the valley collaborated, and they invested their time and effort in building a sugar mill and a water wheel, and of course a huge reservoir in order to provide the water for the energy for the sugar mill. So we knew from historical documents that we had this amazing resource somewhere buried within the valley. So a lot of work was done to excavate and reclaim the valley and bring it, the reservoir, and bring it back into use. And from then we invested heavily into pipelines to bring the water from the reservoir. It actually travels approximately 1.5 miles all the way to where we pump the water up to start the process of water treatment. So we know, obviously, if we're producing water, that we need to do so with a high degree of responsibility and also really focus on the low consumption way to do that. So many choices were made, including using gravity to flow from the reservoir all the way to our primary holding tanks, and then from the holding tanks, pumping it up to the hilltop where we do the actual production of our potable water and storage. And we chose that location so that once we had spent the energy to purify the water, we would therefore distribute only by gravity and have no energy at all for the distribution. The water treatment system that we invested in was actually a partnership between Xenon and General Electric. It was a US military commissioned project for them to have a containerized solution for water of pretty much any condition, where you could drop in a suction line, run it through your biomembrane, and produce incredible quality water. We actually filtered down to 40 nanometers, which is ultra microscopic. To put that in the scale for you, our fingernails are growing at 1 nanometer a second. So since you've been hearing me speak to you, our fingernails have grown many times in length to the particle size that we filter. So producing water this way, we are not only able to produce water as our water conditions adapt. We may have highly sedimented water. We could have water containing algae forms, and our filtration system can deal with that. We actually produce water at around $6 US per 1,000 gallons, and that includes energy and maintenance costs. So those of you who are struggling and have a water source within your property that's viable, this is a protection solution as well. The other challenge, as I spoke to, was the preservation of our nearshore marine environment. And all hotels, I mean, people flush toilets, everything that goes down a drain that comes through your kitchens, all has to be very responsibly managed. And in our case, because we have some world-class diving reefs, we have to make sure that none of that gets into our ocean. So we partnered with the World Health Authority, and we dedicated 2 acres of our land to creating what's called a reed bed system. And essentially, this is how nature takes care of waterborne contaminants and bacteria through a natural process of nitrate conversion, nitrogen to nitrate conversion, the absorption of ammonia, which takes place as our aquaculture grows, and through the interaction through these reed beds traveling over 2 acres of distance, our water converts from fully oxic bacteria at the inflow to fully anaerobic bacteria. So in the wastewater world, this is called polished effluent. And what we do with that is we utilize the outflow through an irrigation tank down through 2 1-acre percolation beds to ensure that everything is mitigated from entering the nearshore environment. This initiative actually won us the OECS Ocean Champions Award for 2022, which is something else we're tremendously proud to have. And then the outcomes on our portable water, we 100% mitigated the impact to our local residents and local community, no shortages. All of our water is responsibly harvested from river collection. We have 2.9 million gallons of stored water that we can make into potable water at any time. And in addition, we've also mitigated the flow of riverborne sediment into the nearshore environment by capturing water in our reservoir at times when the river flows rapidly. We're mitigating the river breaking through the beach and carrying that sedimentation down into our reefs, etc. So successful this project has been. It's been operating now for 14 years seamlessly, but we've recently launched our own amenity bottled water program where we use our same water and produce it, bottle it in recyclable bottles, and give that for our turn down service and our hydration needs for our guests during the day. And the outcomes of our wastewater treatment was, again, through the collaboration with WHO, we converted 2 acres and built horizontal reed beds. We specifically worked with an indigenous plant species through experimentation. The most successful for us for the denitrification and the ammonia absorption were the hyacinth lilies. We do biological denitrification through that, and our output, as I explained, is termed as polished effluents. We're really proud of these programs because we've overcome 2 big challenges, as I said, that literally would have been project stopping, but chosen to do it in a very low technological way and really working with the resources that nature has provided for us and the luck that we have to be sited within this wonderful 600-acre estate that gives us an abundance of resources to work with. So again, I really want to thank everybody. I want to thank the judges and really applaud everybody who was nominated and all of the winners today. And I hope you have some takeaways from our presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hunter. And profound congratulations to you, certainly the Trubetskoy family at Jade Mountain Resort, which continues to be original best practice. Congratulations on winning this year's Excellence in Sustainable Tourism Award.
Thank you, Amanda.
So that concludes this morning's proceedings in terms of announcing the winning entries. And certainly I have the pleasure of introducing to deliver closing remarks and the vote of thanks, Ms. Sharon Banfield, who is the Director for Resource Mobilization and Development at the Caribbean Tourism Organization. Welcome, Sharon, who also served as a judge in various categories. Over to you. Thanks again.
Thank you, Amanda. Distinguished colleagues, winners of the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards 2022, award applicants, and you, our virtual audience, good morning, or should I say good afternoon. I have the distinct pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks as we wrap up this virtual function to commemorate the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards 2022. Let me begin by firstly thanking the awards selection committee, our judges, who supported the CTO by contributing their time, objectivity, and expertise to evaluate and score the 27 entries which we received. The judges for the Excellence in Sustainable Tourism Award category were Dr. Sherma Roberts, Senior Lecturer in Tourism and Acting Director, School for Graduate Studies and Research, also Program Coordinator of the Master of Science Tourism Programs in the Department of Management Studies at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus. Mr. Frank Comito, Special Advisor and former Chief Executive Officer, Director General of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association. Ms. Amanda Charles, Sustainable Tourism Specialist at the Caribbean Tourism Organization. We say thank you. To the judges for the Tourism Education and Training Awards category, of which I was a part, we had Dr. Akola Lewis Cameron, the Senior Lecturer and Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences at the University of the West Indies, the St. Augustine campus. Ms. Norma Shorey, Management Consulting and Human Resource Development Consultant, and Ms. Joan Leacock, Tourism Trainer and Business Development Consultant. To you all, we say a huge thank you. To the judges for the Destination Stewardship and Resilience Awards category, which I also supported, we had Mr. Richard Campbell, Section Chief, Culture and Tourism Section at the Organization of American States, Mrs. Maria Fowle, Senior Technical Specialist, Tourism at the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission. We say thank you to you all. To the judges for the Community-Based Tourism Awards category, Mr. Brian Fronten, the Regional Community-Based Tourism Technical Consultant for the Caribbean Tourism Organization, also Metaverse Lead Strategist, Caribbean and Latin America Region, VR Park, and Director and Founder of Disruptive Interventions. Mrs. Tanisha Brown Williams, Research Assistant and Adjunct Lecturer, as well as a PhD candidate with the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus. And Mr. Kennedy Pemberton, who is a Regional and International Tourism Development Consultant. To each of you, we extend our thanks. The judges for the Health and Safety Award category were Ms. Joan Leacock, Tourism Trainer and Business Development Consultant, Mrs. Marvell Seeley, the Program Assistant in the Department of Resource Mobilization and Development at the Caribbean Tourism Organization, and Ms. Amanda Charles, Sustainable Tourism Specialist at the Caribbean Tourism Organization. A huge thank you to each of you. So we thank our judges for the time and the effort made to bring us to where we are today. Thank you all. I would also like to note with gratitude the efforts of the CTO team who worked in the background to support the 2022 awards competition and execute today's event. Specifically, Ms. Sharon Coward, CTO's IT administrator, Marvell Seeley, who coordinated all communication and design of collaterals, Ms. Suzette Kelman for her administrative assistance, Ms. Amanda Charles, who managed the awards competition and served as chair of today's event. Most importantly, We thank Mr. Neil Walters, CTO's Acting Secretary General, who graced us today with opening remarks, and we thank him for his ongoing support in this program. I would like to take this opportunity to extend our thanks to the various ministries of tourism, tourism boards and authorities, as well as the National Hotel and Tourism Associations, our regional and international development partners and members of the media who promoted the call for award applications to relevant stakeholders and businesses across their various networks. We sincerely appreciate your support. I now join in commending all 27 applicants that submitted entries for the 2022 Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards. I also extend congratulations and best wishes to all of our winners. The winner in the Destination Stewardship and Resilience Award category, the Bahamas Destination Stewardship Council's initiative. The winner in the Community-Based Tourism Award category, Y Farm, Trinidad and Tobago Limited. Trinidad and Tobago. The winners in the Tourism Education and Training Award category, the United Nations Development Program, Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, and Wild Dominique. Honorable mention in the Health and Safety Awards category, Native Radiance. And the winner of the Excellence in Sustainable Tourism Award, Jade Mountain Resort. A huge thank you to all of you. And we especially thank the representatives who delivered presentations today on these winning initiatives. We applaud your work and we wish you continued success in your undertakings. Once again, thank you all for gracing us with your time and attention. And we do wish you an enjoyable remainder of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharon. I also would like to note your support and leadership as it relates to the Sustainable Tourism Program and by extension, the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards, even in conceptualizing the award categories, developing criteria, and of course, serving as a judge for multiple categories, you know, when we were short on persons to assist in that process. So thanks again. To all the applicants, we will be sending certificates via email. We do send a certificate of participation in recognition of the effort to actually submit an award. And of course, we will have special certificates for the winners and also follow up on other opportunities to feature the Sustainable Tourism Award winners in our programming this year. So you can keep a lookout for that. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Congratulations and commendations to the winners and all of our applicants. And we look forward to continuing to host the Caribbean Sustainable Tourism Awards. Thanks and have a great day.